Hurricane-force winds, hail, flash flooding, snow and ice, and Rob Marciano on a long night ahead. New images tonight, the Russians and their aggressive approach nearing a U.S. warship. The U.S. ship blasting its horn, the Russians appearing to refuse to change course. You'll see it. There is also new video tonight under investigation. The passenger jet plunging to the ground, the flames, the jet, it's believed, hit by that missile minutes after takeoff in Tehran. Tonight, what U.S. officials are now saying about this, the Iranians saying that's impossible. The deadly school shooting south of the border, the shooter just 11 years old, opening fire on his teacher and fellow students with 2 guns. The teacher killed, several students wounded tonight. There is new movement when this Senate impeachment trial will likely start now, but will there be any witnesses at all? New reporting tonight of the dramatic rescue, nearly 40 tourists, including Americans, trapped on a glacier. Why did the tour company take them out? The CDC tonight warning the flu is hitting children and young adults particularly hard this year, the alarming numbers, and concern over the second strain. Duchess Meghan in Canada tonight with baby Archie, the Queen seen driving her Land Rover. What the Queen now wants, and quickly. And the volcanic eruption spewing ash of 20,000 feet into the air.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on what could be a very long night ahead for millions. Severe storms hitting from the south all the way north, and this system is 1,700 miles long. Tornado watch is up right now as we come on tonight. Already dangerous driving conditions. This is from outside Tulsa. This truck hydroplaning and sliding along the median there on a very rainy Interstate 44. Heavy rain turning streets into rivers. This is Wichita, Kansas, and fog making it difficult for drivers in Missouri. From Texas to Michigan, then right into the Northeast with this, just as millions drive home and try to start this weekend. Meteorologist Rob Marciano with the new track tonight and the tornado worries as we come on.
Tonight, tornado sirens sounding the alarm across the southern plains with that dangerous winter storm moving across the country. Hail and blinding rain making for treacherous driving conditions throughout Oklahoma.
I'm in the pouring rain. I can't get out of it. You can't barely see more than 100 yards on the highway right now.
Watch as this dash camera catches this frightening crash southwest of Tulsa. The truck hydroplaning before sliding down that concrete median. Luckily, no one seriously hurt. In Wichita, Kansas, drivers navigating through flash floods. The dangerous flooding extending into Texas. That system spawning multiple reported tornadoes.
Tornado warnings are very life-threatening, so you got to take them seriously.
Millions watching the skies.
The biggest risk comes late tonight when everyone's asleep, everything's dark, you can't see what's going on out there.
Families in the storm zone on alert, facing a dangerous 24 hours ahead.
Hi, David. Dangerous winter and spring conditions across the plains right now. Look at the radar. We've got icing and snow conditions across Kansas and Missouri, where there's also a tornado watch that extends south through Dallas and Waco through the evening. That's likely to be extended east as this line pushes east and consolidates. So damaging winds expected in Shreveport to Little Rock, getting into Memphis tomorrow morning, eventually here in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and then Atlanta tomorrow night. Snow and ice through St. Louis and through Chicago, flooding rains, Tennessee and Ohio River valleys, and into the Northeast on Sunday. Accumulations, we could see anywhere from 3 inches to a foot of snow west of Chicago. David?
Well, millions in the path of this, Rob, thanks to you tonight. And we're going to turn now to the alarming images this evening. The Russian Navy ship in an apparent act of aggression with a U.S. warship in the Arabian Sea. This was the view from the deck of the USS Farragut as that Russian ship moved straight toward it. The U.S. ship sounding the alarm, but the Russian ship appearing to stay the course. Here's ABC's Kira Phillips tonight.
Tonight, a provocative move by the Russian military on the high seas. The U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet calling Russia's close encounter aggressive. With 5 warning horn blasts, the Navy's USS Farragut ordering this Russian warship approaching the U.S. destroyer to alter course. The Russians appearing to refuse as it came as close as 60 yards from the Farragut's stern in the North Arabian Sea. And it's not the first time. Just last June, U.S. and Russian warships came so close you could even see Russian sailors appearing to sunbathe on the stern of their vessel. The U.S. had to perform an emergency maneuver to avoid a collision.
Send ABC to the bridge.
The U.S. Navy has been monitoring the Russians' increasing provocations, telling David just 2 months ago while on board the USS Florida, the Russians are also making their presence known in the Mediterranean.
And the Russians have found a way to signal to you
We're here in the Mediterranean too.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're here.
And do you let them know that you know they're here?
That's why I'm here.
That's what they told us. Let's get right to Kira live at the Pentagon tonight. And Kira, I know your source is telling you that the Russians are trying to send a message here with these moves.
Absolutely. Sources tell me tonight, David, that these close encounters are just Russia's way of sending a clear message to the U.S. that they are still a strong military power, not just in Europe, but around the world. David?
Kira Phillips at the Pentagon. Kira, thank you. There are also new images tonight and new reporting after that passenger jet crash right after takeoff in Tehran. A top U.S. official now saying he believes it was hit by an Iranian missile. Part of the investigation, this new video tonight showing the jet plunging to the ground in flames. And tonight, the black boxes from the airplane now recovered. What the U.S. is now saying, Iran saying, that it's not possible. ABC's David Curley, who covers aviation, on this again tonight.
Two new pieces of video tonight of the fiery, explosive end of the Ukrainian 737 in Iran. Each frame of these videos important for investigators, including this, the moment a missile appears to fragment, hitting the jetliner. A growing body of evidence of a shoot-down.
If the Iranians shot that plane down, will there be consequences?
We do believe that it's likely that that plane was shot down by an Iranian missile. We're going to let the investigation play out before we make a final determination.
Iran insisting again today it did not shoot down the jetliner. It has invited Western countries, including the U.S., which will be granted special waivers to take part in the investigation. But those investigators, used to probing a debris field, will instead find this: all the wreckage removed 24 hours after the crash. The black boxes still have not been read out. It should take less than a day to complete. Iran says it could take months.
Everything seems to be to slow down an investigation, to prevent getting to the real truth.
U.S. intelligence captured radar signals which targeted the jetliner. A satellite saw two missiles fired. At least one exploded into pieces of shrapnel as it approached the jet. What appear to be shrapnel holes were seen in pictures of the wreckage. Among the 176 killed, 63 Canadians, many of them students.
Everyone was in tears. All the students were in tears, all the faculty members, everyone.
David Curley with us again tonight. The Iranians this evening, David, saying they'll announce initial findings about what they claim caused the crash as early as tomorrow.
Well, a couple of days ago, they said the cause was an engine fire. They've said that a shoot-down is scientifically impossible. Well, with all this mounting evidence, we'll see what story, what theory the Iranians have to present tomorrow. David?
And as you were first to show us last night, they've cleared the crash scene already. David, thank you. Now to the deadly school shooting south of the border. The shooter, just 11 years old, opening fire on his teacher and fellow students with two guns. The teacher was killed, several students wounded, and ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas tonight.
Tonight, horror at a Mexican elementary school with stunned parents experiencing the same kind of gun violence we routinely see here at home. Authorities there claiming an 11-year-old sixth grader fatally shot his teacher and wounded 5 other students before killing himself. The governor of the state of Coahuila telling reporters the student told a classmate, quote, "Today is the day," before asking permission to go to the restroom. He allegedly came out of the bathroom 15 minutes later, brandishing 2 guns, firing away. Then the all-too-familiar images, the wounded carried away on stretchers, ambulances racing away, shaken parents reuniting with children.
David, no clear word yet on motive. The student apparently had no history of behavioral problems, but the governor said he may have been influenced by a video game. David?
Pierre Thomas with us tonight. Pierre, thank you. There's also news tonight in the impeachment standoff. Speaker Nancy Pelosi indicating she's now ready to move. So when could this Senate trial begin, and will there be witnesses? Mary Bruce on the Hill tonight.
Tonight, Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing she's ready to turn over the articles of impeachment to the Senate, setting the stage for just the 3rd presidential impeachment trial in American history.
Are you satisfied, Madam Speaker, that there will be a fair trial in the Senate?
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell's response: about time. Pelosi's been holding up the process to pressure Republicans to agree to additional witnesses.
Documents, documentation, witnesses, facts, truth. That's what they're afraid of.
Witnesses like former National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's ready to testify, and even some Republicans say they want to hear from him, too.
I do believe that we should be completely open to calling witnesses.
But McConnell not budging. And today, President Trump said he would invoke executive privilege to block Bolton.
Well, I think you have to, for the sake of the office.
Let's get to Mary Bruce. She's live up on the Hill, and Speaker Pelosi expected to send those articles to the Senate next week. And given what you know so far, Mary, how long do we expect this trial to last?
Well, David, we know that Republicans want a quick trial here, and Democrats are well aware that we are coming up against the Iowa caucuses. But there are a lot of variables here, and that big question of whether Democrats can summon enough votes to call those witnesses. David.
So much to follow this week. Mary Bruce, thank you. And as the president follows these developments in the Senate trial, he moved forward today with tough new sanctions on Iran in the wake of their missile attack on American forces in Iraq. That attack in response to President Trump's decision to authorize the drone strike that killed top Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. The White House has claimed Soleimani was plotting an imminent attack, but they have provided few details. Today, President Trump was pressed on this in an interview with Fox News.
Don't the American people have a right to know what specifically was targeted without revealing methods and sources?
Well, I don't think so, but we will tell you that probably it was going to be the embassy in Baghdad.
Did he have large-scale attacks planned for other embassies? And if those were planned, why can't we reveal that to the American people? Wouldn't that help your case?
I can reveal that I believe it would have been 4 embassies.
4 embassies. That was new today. Let's get right to Chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl. And John, President Trump now says the Iranians were planning to attack those 4 American embassies. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, we know, was also pressed today on whether that's what lawmakers were actually told in their classified briefing.
Secretary Pompeo told reporters here at the White House that the president was correct. There was specific information about an imminent threat and that, quote, those threats included attacks on U.S. embassies, period, full stop. He said that information was shared with Congress, but David, several senators who were briefed on this say that neither Pompeo nor any other member of the president's national security team said anything about embassies when they were briefed on this earlier this week.
Jonathan Karl following this all week long. Thank you, John. Now to the royal drama overseas tonight in the new turn. Duchess Meghan now in Canada with baby Archie, while the Queen was seen today driving her Land Rover. Is she also driving the conversation behind the scenes, what the Queen wants and fast? ABC's James Longman from London again tonight.
The Queen back in the driver's seat today near her country palace, seen for the first time since the royal scandal broke. And Meghan back in Canada with baby Archie tonight as crisis talks continue over the royal couple's future role in the family.
The Queen has instructed senior members of the royal household, her most important aides, to get this sorted. She wants this sorted within days.
And new details emerging on how the royal pair see their jobs.
And my understanding is that Harry and Meghan see themselves almost as dissidents and see themselves as these disruptors, that they're finding a new solution, a new way of being royal.
The couple's latest Instagram post today reminding the public of the Sussexes in royal duty mode during an undisclosed visit. But they now say they want to do more than this. Traditionalists say Britain's royals exist primarily to support the monarch, not to create their own independent platforms. But like Diana before them, they have a huge public following, which could be a potential force for good to be harnessed by a 21st century monarchy. There might be some who call for the couple to lose their titles as they step back, but the royal family will be looking for a way to navigate a path that allows them to harness that star power. David?
All right, James Longman with us again tonight. Thank you, James. Here at home, it appears that the Justice Department's years-long inquiry into Hillary Clinton is winding down with nothing found. The review, initiated at the urging of President Trump back in November 2017, reportedly looked into Clinton's emails, the Clinton Foundation, the State Department's Uranium One decision, and is not expected to file any criminal charges. The State Department had ended its own multi-year investigation with the same result. And a headline on the economy and your 401k tonight, the Dow rising about 40 points to break through the 29,000 mark for the first time today, before closing down 133 points. It broke the 28,000 mark just over a month ago. And there is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The Inside the Dramatic Rescue tonight. Look at this, nearly 40 tourists, including Americans, trapped on a glacier during a blizzard. And the big question tonight, why did the tour company take them out in the first place? We're learning more about the midair scare on board a Delta flight from